glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas. DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this place was going bananas. It was going nuts. The atmosphere was incredible. But how about the visitors setting the tone? The opening kickoff return, taking it back to the house. And now, guys, it's gotten really, really quiet.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. On the move from inside his 5. So Texas offense will go on the attack first. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. This is nothing but a good-on-good matchup. Big-time offense, elite defense. It ought to be fun. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Simon. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Enough to move the chains. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's got it on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. The play fake. Fires to the wide out. Off to the races to the right. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking downfield, it's Lacy. Finds his target. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick give. It's Simon. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Wide receiver going in motion. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. The Gamecocks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Lenoris Sellers. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites, for the Heisman Trophy. Here's Sellers to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. Could not make his way to the corner. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Turning it on. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Plows his way ahead. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Sellers on the play action. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Payne. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Sellers. Under pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. Out wide right, it's Henderson. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running the red zone, it's Henderson. And he's in! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he makes the extra point. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One final play before the end of the quarter. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll try the counter. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Trying to squeak through the pile. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Nowhere to go.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Rush right in his face. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's changing the play. Throwing Sellers. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Play fake, Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Tuggle. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going, Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Sellers to throw. Snagged on the outside. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Simon. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Texas calls his campus the 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the 2nd half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
They'll ride him again. Knocked down immediately. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Left side is Townsend. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. They're all over him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. Field goal is good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
As we check in with Holly.
Hey, guys, down here on the South Carolina sideline. Guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. 2nd and long here. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense. No huddle here for the offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Right side, it's Hawkins. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to...
Snags it, and there's running room. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Sellers. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Moving the pocket, it's Sellers. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Looking left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. He's going to let it go. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the 1st half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Washington State Cougars. And it's the Cougars with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Coming out of the locker room, the Gamecocks head coach told me they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moves the pocket. It's Lacey. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Making the adjustment on the play. Throwing, Sellers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Caught behind the line. It's Payne. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Out wide left, it's Hawkins. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out wide right, it's Fox. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Sellers to the air again. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Right side, it's Tuggle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Snap to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Texas offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got a man. It's Wingo. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Tosses it incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to be the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Holly, what do you have?
Here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Wide open, he makes the catch. All kinds of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency?
Caught, and he's got room. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Texas.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Holly, what update do you have on that?
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want...
Looking long. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the ground. He's got it again.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Sellers. In the backfield, it's Henderson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Left side, it's James. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Straight ahead, it's Henderson. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Direct snap. Fighting off the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He's got it still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Going for 2 here, and if they get it, it'll be a 5-possession game. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. This game is all but decided. Gives us a second to take a peek at the projected playoff bracket as we reach Week 10 of the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Texas sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Line gets set, first down. Trying to establish the run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Touchdown, Longhorns! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything.
Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. See some running room. Might have a chance. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing, Sellers. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I like the execution by this defense. Understand.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Sellers. Buying time to his right. He'll try to do it himself. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Here's Sellers to throw. The short hands, it's James. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, it's Henderson. Open space at the 25. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Escapes the pressure to his right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. And the RPO got him. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Second down to the air. Rushes on. On the move, he fires. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Sellers. Snagged in the middle. It's Chicago. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Sees a crease. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing, Sellers. Got his man. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. 2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. They want that clock to run. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Doesn't get it there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Going to take a shot at this DB. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Going to take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Look out. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Again, it's Sellers. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
On the direct snap, it's Henderson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, it's given up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to